Hello, everyone. This is the Skype for Business recap. I'm Josh, your host, as usual. It is not Friday morning. Again, I am consistently late lately, and I think I just need to stop trying to get this out Friday morning. Friday mornings are not panning out. Um, Either Friday night, maybe I record Thursday night and put it out there so that it's ready for Friday morning. I don't know. Something's got to give, but Friday mornings are just getting too hectic and I can't get the show out in time. So I'm gonna probably give up on Friday morning and just say Friday sometime. Maybe morning if I record the night before, maybe night. It's just Friday, and that's the beauty of a show that's not live, right? This is pre-recorded, so I can kind of get away with that a little bit. But anyway, sorry if it throws your day off. If you were planning on this video and your day is planned around it, which is approximately zero of you. But if that were the case, sorry for throwing you off with all my lateness lately. All right. At any rate, man, I'm having a good Friday. Today is a good day for me. I think it's such a good day that instead of my usual beer for Friday night, I'm gonna crack open some champagne tonight. I think I'll go that route. Yeah, it's been a good week. It's been a busy week. We obviously got back from being gone. We were in Texas for a couple weeks, and now back in the regular office with the regular background and all that good stuff. So, there's a little bit of catching up this week, but I feel like I'm getting caught up. And as far as news goes, I don't think there was a whole lot that really was out there to talk about this week in terms of product updates or releases or new content or anything like that. But there was a bit of news, as you can see, if you're looking back here. Anyone that is not hiding under a rock knows what the LinkedIn is going to be about. And we'll get into that at the end of the show. And then I've got a little bit to chat about Azure AD. And we'll talk about a couple more items on there as well. So let's get to that. Let's jump over to our Infinity screen. All right, there it is. And let's bring up the browser. Here we go. So first topic here, Amir Kalim. He is the Director Solution Specialist at Skype for Business with Microsoft. So kind of an important guy on there on the mothership team, if you will, for this product. And today he had a tweet. Was this today? This was sometime. Yes, 2 days ago, June 15th. Managing Skype for Business is so easy that I assigned PSTN licenses to Office 365 users from 37,000 feet using the mobile app. Really cool. And that is really cool. I don't know if you ever used, and when he's talking about the mobile app, he is talking about this Office 365 admin mobile app. By the way, this tab is the link that he had shared, so I've just gone over to it. There is a real handy video here that kind of walks through some of what you can do, and I would strongly recommend that you go to this link and watch that video. Really good information. But if you have not used the Office 365 admin mobile app, you need to. If you have an Office 365 environment that you manage, when I first downloaded the app several months ago, it was pretty bare bones. There wasn't a lot going on unless it was hidden in some way that I didn't see. And the app was just kind of, it's nice that they had it, but it didn't do a whole lot for you. To get any real work done, you really needed to go into Office 365. And again, unless I just missed something with the earlier release, the newer version of the app is awesome. You can do so much in there. You can add users, assign licenses, submit support tickets. You do get a dashboard when you first log into the app, and you can see how many of your users don't have licenses assigned, if there were any health issues in the Office 365 environment. It is a great tool. And so I'm really glad that Amir shared this with us today. It's a very cool development, and it's being able to do that with your users on a mobile app, even from 37,000 feet. That is incredible. So again, please, if you are an Office 365, if you manage an Office 365 tenant, you need to check this out. It's worth your time, and if it's gotten that much better in these last few months, it can only get even better from there, right? So that's the first thing I had to share. Next, Ignite. Like I mentioned in a few episodes ago, I am planning at being at Ignite this year, and I am super stoked about that. Again, it's going to be in Atlanta in September. Not too far off now, really, just a couple months. And I'm really looking forward to that. I did see a tweet out there that there were already 39 Skype for Business sessions at Ignite, which is exciting. And when I clicked on it, as you can see, I see 41. And there are some really good sessions in here. So if you are going to be at Ignite, or even if you're not going to be at Ignite and you're just planning on what you're going to try to catch up and watch after the fact, these are some of the ones that you might want to look at and plan on. Let me go. I was on page 2 here. Let me go back to page 1. So we have, of course, a bunch of planning sessions, Skype meeting broadcasts, other things like that. CERT exam prep for the new exams, 7D-334, the Core Solutions exam. That's going to be a session I'm preparing for that. We've got troubleshooting with the Skype call quality management. This one I'm definitely planning on trying to make. That looks like a cool one to check out. Deep dive into video-based screen sharing. And we talked a little bit about VBSS in the last show. So that looks like a cool one to check out there. What's new in usage reporting for Office 365? As you can tell, a lot of these Skype for Business sessions also have to do with Office 365. Hybrid is the name of the game, right? So that's Microsoft's roadmap at this point, is they want hybrid and they want Office 365. So you're going to see a lot of that here. Again, more of that cloud PBX stuff. Over here, turn your users into raving fans of Skype. There are a lot of sessions going on lately about how to ensure a better end user experience, how to increase end user adoption within your org. And it's kind of needed. This is a complex product, and as simple as Microsoft has tried to make it, there are still some nuances to understand about when the best times are to make certain types of calls, when to use a PSTN versus, just a regular Skype audio call. And there's a lot of complaints that come out of that simple point right there. People have poor quality because they're using Skype audio over a poor connection rather than making a PSTN-based call. So, there's a lot of good sessions here that you should plan on watching. This one, I imagine, will be a packed session. Meet Skype for Business for Mac. And hopefully, at the time of this session, we will be through all of the phases of the new Mac client rollout, and it will be a full-fledged GA Mac client. I can imagine there's going to be flashing lights and steam fog rolling up from the ground, and this new Mac client will be brought out on a gold platter. That is my predictions for this session. So if that happens, I called it, all right? Anyway, there's a lot of stuff here. Project Rigel, we heard a bit about that recently. A lot of good sessions. So if you're going to Ignite, not planning to go to Ignite, but planning to watch sessions after the facts, you can start planning that all out now. All right, let's move past this here. Mark Vale. This is Mark Vale's blog, and he is at Unified Vale on Twitter. And whenever he writes a blog, you know that it's going to be top-notch and a good read. Even if the content isn't something you're particularly interested in, he does a great job on each of his posts. This one caught my eye, and I was very interested in it because I did not even know this was, or think to try this or go down this path. But he is writing about using Azure AD application proxy as your Skype for Business reverse proxy. Typically, we're talking about using IIS ARR or an F5 or something like that for your reverse proxy. He is talking about, and he points out, this is not like a qualified or certified approach for reverse proxy yet. And he calls that out. But he goes through all the steps of giving proper background, giving his insight and input, and then step by step walking you through how to configure this, how it works, and taking all the appropriate screenshots. Great job on this blog. Nicely done, Mark. This was a awesome thing to read and just blew my socks off. I just hadn't even thought about it. I hadn't thought about the possibility of doing this, and now I have to do this in a lab. I have to play with this. This is going to be cool. Look at this. You can see he just incredible job on all this stuff here. And and if Azure is not something you've tinkered with or played with much, as you can see, he gives you a ton of screenshots to walk you through all that stuff and make it very simple. So check this out. If nothing else, just to read up and get a good idea about what the possibilities are and how Azure application proxy can be used for this or other purposes. Very, very good blog. I will include the link in my YouTube video description as usual. Lastly here, Jonathan McKinney is a Office Servers and Services MVP. He wins the award for most clever LinkedIn / Microsoft's acquisition of LinkedIn joke here. He came up with this, and this is one of the most clever things I saw regarding it. If you haven't heard yet, Microsoft is set to acquire LinkedIn for $26.2 billion. Big acquisition there, big purchase. And this is going to be big news down the line. There's a lot of speculation on how this is going to affect unified communications at Microsoft. I just want to be able to get rid of LinkedIn messaging and have Skype for Business be integrated into LinkedIn. I'd like to see that. That'd be cool. But maybe we'll see, right? But Jonathan McKinney. So does Skype for Business now become LinkedIn Communications? I love it. He combined the name LinkedIn, put in the old LYNC, and then put communications back part of unified communications in there, and kind of Frankensteined the two together, and I love it. It was a clever way to put it. So anyway, yes, it should be very interesting to follow what exactly is in store for this Microsoft acquisition of LinkedIn, what that's going to look like down the road, what sort of plans Microsoft is going to roll out there. I'm excited to see, what it is. I obviously make a living in the Microsoft world and specifically in unified communications. And I on LinkedIn use it pretty regularly, get a lot of content from there, contribute content there. And so it will be interesting to see how the two become married, if you will. At any rate, that's all the news I had this week. Let me go back over to the Infinity screen and my main screen. There we are. All right, guys. Yes, it's time for me to wrap it up. It's time to call this the end of a show tonight. Trying to get it out before midnight on Friday, but I'm not sure if I'll succeed there or not. I guess that all depends on your time zone, right? So, we'll get this wrapped up. Thank you for tuning in. I can't wait for next week's show. It should be a good show. Some more good information coming out there, and you guys have a good, safe weekend. Of course, like I always say, if you're gonna have a good weekend and have a little bit of fun, make sure you're safe and smart with that as well. And we will see you here next Friday. And I feel, that feeling like you're forgetting something. There was something you wanted to say, and it's just, I'm having that right now. But it's not coming to me. So thanks for watching. Adios. Almost adios if I could end the recording. All right. Adios.